was not the Great Flood, but the 1600s experienced enough water to cover railroad tracks that had to be dug out in the 1800s. Enough water that would take over 800 ships and pull them together in a cluster in San Francisco Bay. The remnants burned in 1851. Enough water in the 1600s to bury pyramids in South America and in Mexico. It was enough water to take an entire island and pull it back to the mainland. It was enough water to make a land with no Great Lakes into a land of Great Lakes. The evidence is all around us in paintings, maps, testimony, but you will not find this 16th century event in any history book.
Let me give you 7 central thoughts of this powerful book. Mass manipulation rule number 1. Crowds obey simple emotions, not logic. In crowds, it is emotion, not reason, that dominate. Collective mind is purely emotional. Crowds are controlled through fear, anger, and excitement. Rational arguments are ignored, while strong emotions spread rapidly. Mass manipulation rule number 2. Repetition creates belief. Affirmation, pure and simple, kept free of all reasoning and all proof, is one of the surest means of making an idea enter the mind of crowds. The key to manipulating crowds is to repeat a statement over and over without explanation or evidence. Repetition hardwires it into the collective mind. Mass manipulation rule number 3. Visual symbols overpower words. Crowds, being only capable of thinking in images, are only to be impressed by images. Crowds react to strong visuals and symbols far more than complex ideas or arguments. What they see shapes what they believe. Mass manipulation rule number 4. Prestige paralyzes judgment. The special characteristic of prestige is to prevent us seeing things as they are and to entirely paralyze our judgment. When a person, institution, or idea is seen as prestigious, it silences doubt and critical thinking. Prestige blinds the crowd to reality. Mass manipulation rule number 5. Leaders mold the crowd's will. The crowd is led by the unconscious, but directed by a leader whose will has become its own. A leader doesn't argue or debate with a crowd. Instead, they embody the crowd's emotions, amplifying its desires and focusing its energy. And it doesn't matter if the leader has no experience or merit. Mass manipulation rule number 6. Crowds worship absolute certainty. Crowds are only to be influenced by ideas that are absolute, uncompromising, and simple. Masses don't like nuance. They like simple black and white ideas presented with a total conviction. Doubt and complexity weakens influence. Mass manipulation rule number 7. Illusions seduce crowds more than truth. Crowds have never thirsted after truth. They turn aside from evidence that is not to their taste, preferring to defy error, if error seduces them. Facts don't matter if they contradict the crowd's feeling. A convincing illusion will always win over uncomfortable truths. The book that reveals all of this is The Crowd, a study of the popular mind by Gustave Le Bon, written in 1895.
Wait a minute, you did work on the Simpsons, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the season where y'all predicted Donald Trump, right?
Don't believe those. It's just coincidence. You mean all those predictions, Donald Trump and aliens were gonna come? Nah, it was just a
film, bro,
It
film.
was a lucky guess. You know what was a lucky guess? Did you see the second Back to the Future movie?
I also saw it was a 9/11.
No, did you see Back to the Future?
Well, it kind of seems like
Back to the Future.
you're switching the topics.
He's what's Fox?
What about the 9/11?
No. They didn't predict anything about 9/11.
You've seen it, right? The Twin Towers, the 9 towers beside it.
So how would you explain it?
Hold on a second. No, it was a coincidence.
Yeah.
You can cure any illness by singing songs, but not Bad Bunny or annual songs. Is it possible for damaged tissues and organs to be repaired by sound vibrations? What seemed like science fiction is starting to become real. Now science is unearthing that potential in amazing ways. Researchers at the University of Bristol have managed to use high-frequency sound waves to manipulate and organize living cells. It's not just about making them vibrate, it's 3D bioprinting with sound. Scientists are programming these waves so that stem cells self-assemble into complex structures, such as blood vessels and tissues. It's as if sound has the ability to shape life itself, guiding cells to build what the body needs. This news would have had a greater impact on me if I hadn't already read about the power of sound in the book, Know the Only Truth, written by Sebastian Sanesteban, where I learned that everything in the universe vibrates, and that these vibrations are the basis of energy and creation, and therefore I can heal myself just by intending to do so. These are not esoteric concepts. They are fundamental forces with the power to transform living matter.